Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Maine Pageant place. Today, we have the honor of sitting down with a beloved Maine queen, Misty Coolidge. Missy, welcome.
Thank you so much, Christina, for having me. We've been friends for a long time, so I'm honored to be able to be sitting in the seat today.
Absolutely. We can't wait to highlight you and help the Mainers that haven't seen who you are yet kind of discover who you are. So why don't we just jump right in? Let's learn a little bit about what the early life looked like for Misty.
Growing up in a small town, Skowhegan, Maine, country girl at heart. Even though I love to travel and love the city, I am a country girl. Grew up next to cow pastures and just enjoying the country life and small town. But I needed out of there desperately. Although I'm comfortable there and it's home, I'm a very fast-paced person. I knew I wanted to have a big career. I wanted to live in the city. I love fashion and just knew that was not where it was going to stay for me. I was not going to stay there. So I went to college in Bangor, but moved to Portland as soon as I graduated. And I've been here ever since in central, well, I guess it would be southern Maine. So, yeah.
So I know career-wise, you're really multifaceted. Might be one of the most multifaceted people I've encountered. So do you want to let us know a little bit about some of what you've got going on in the working world?
Sure. I call myself a serial entrepreneur. I'm always on the go and I don't get much sleep, but I'm accustomed to that. My mom really ingrained in us hard work and being independent. So from a young age, that's where I will focused, like making sure that my life was going to be different than growing up. We grew up food insecure. My mom worked several jobs, and me being the oldest child, I was the person that took care of my siblings because mom was working. So I would put food on the table and I would make her bed every day and do the household chores and things like that. So I knew when I wanted to get out on my own and have a career that I wanted to be able to support my family and then travel the world. Like, that's my ultimate goal, is to just see everything. So I knew I needed to have a career that would get me there eventually. And I love. So I have been marrying people for 26 years, but my background before that is legal. So I went to school to be a lawyer. I was going to study for my LSATs and actually started studying for my LSATs on the beach after college. Decided that was not the career path for me. But sitting at my desk, I became a notary for my job as a real estate paralegal. And then loved real estate. I just had a huge fascination with it, for sure. And then I was a real estate paralegal for 15 years in Portland, which I did love. But I'm not a desk person. I am a people person, as you know. Mm-hmm. I love people. And I started marrying people 26 years ago as a notary and fell in love. And then before that, my mom owned a bridal shop growing up. So I was around brides since I was knee-high to a grasshopper, is what my grandmother would say. So I love that. And then I started working for a caterer who taught me how to bartend. And then I worked for a wedding planner who taught me how to run events. And then followed her outside of that job and started working for her, started my bar service, Maine Mixologist, learned how to run wedding days, which I'm really good at it. I carry stress really well on my shoulders. I'm just a happy, optimistic, glass half full kind of person. So being a wedding planner, I can carry stress really well. So I started my wedding venue 10 years ago, Coolidge Family Farm in New Gloucester, and I love it so much. It's a one-stop venue, so I do everything for my couples. I can marry them. I'm their wedding planner. I'm their weekend coordinator. I handle their bar service, and that's why I don't sleep, because with two companies in wedding season, especially now since it's picking up, I work. I'm running errands all day for my businesses. And then when the kids get home, it's family time. We play, we walk, we do all the things. We have dinner, we have movies, and then bedtime. And then that's when Mama works. So I work at my desk from 8 p.m. to 1, 2 in the morning, most nights of the week, to get all of the brides' questions answered, and just so they can be happy and have me at full attention. So, yeah.
I love that about you. I think as a fellow kind of night owl, you're one of the only people I can send a message to at 1 in the morning and you respond. So it really shows you are always engaged in whatever is before you, and I could definitely see you put everything into it.
Yes, for sure.
So I think I saw that you have just progressed with something else you can help couples do once they get married. Do you want to talk about that a little bit?
Sure. So the industry has exploded. After COVID, people didn't want to go back and work for the man anymore. They want to work for themselves. And entrepreneurship is amazing, but a lot of people have buckled onto the wedding industry. So there's been a lot more wedding venues opening, a lot more bar services opening, and people that wanting to do that, that's great. I support that. I think if you want to be your own boss, that's amazing because I love being my own boss. But putting in the research is really important because the market has just become saturated. So my bookings are a little bit down in both, but that's okay. I'm here forever. I'm here for the long haul because I love what I do. It's a true passion. It's not something I picked up with the trend. It's something I live and breathe, my couples and their experience. So I decided, since I love real estate and I have been in it in the legal world, that I would get my real estate license. So not only can I marry couples, plan their wedding, run their weekend, make them a mean cocktail, but I can also help them buy their forever home after. So I just feel weddings and home ownership are so entwined because everybody who gets married goes into buying a home, usually at the same time. So be able to do both of those roles for my couples is just, I mean, amazing. I'm so excited about having that first couple that wants me to do both for them. I'm just elated.
We will definitely be celebrating when that happens. And I have a feeling it'll be sooner rather than later.
Hopefully.
I think this is something that I've always admired about you is when you see an opportunity, you don't wait, you take it. And I find that so inspiring. And I think this is the perfect platform to highlight a queen like yourself.
Thank you.
So let's talk about that beautiful sash and crown. Let's get to the meat and potatoes. So tell me a little bit about your current title and what the next step with this title looks like.
So I'm currently Mrs. New England Galaxy. This is my second year with the Galaxy system, and I really wanted to find a system that I could call home. It's really important to me. Obviously, love and family are at my core, hence my wedding business and what I do every day. So that was really important for me to find a system that values the same things that I value and to find a director that really pours her heart and soul into her women that she works with. And my coach, Crystal, has been telling me for years that you need to come to Galaxy. And I was like, well, I don't know. I was pulled in different directions, which I've loved. I've got a great history in pageantry. I've been doing this for almost 10 years, or a little over actually. And I've loved my journey. It's gotten me to where I am today. But I finally found a place that I can be myself. And at Nationals last year, our director, Maria, was just so kind. And I think she probably shed tears a few times during our weekend, just is so in love with what she does and the people and the women and their experiences. And she just really is the epitome of a director, which I really value. And it just touched my heart to see that from her because I'd never seen that before from a director. So I just feel like I'm at home, and I'm really excited to take my second stab at the crown and being Mrs. Galaxy. It would just be an amazing dream come true to have another international title. And I crush all that I take on, so I have no doubt that that title will be, in my hands, will just be amazing, just be world. I don't even know, it would just be a dream come true. I'm speechless to the opportunity for sure.
Absolutely. So what does that next step look like for you? What's the countdown? How much time do you have to prep?
So Nationals is in the middle of August, so I'm nearing that time where I'll be sending off to Florida. And competitions, just like most other pageants, where you have your stage presence, your interview is the bulk of your score. It's a panel interview, and this is the first time I believe I couldn't even count how many judges there were. There were so many. The panel was probably 10 or 12 judges, and then there were some via Zoom as well. So you've got a lot of people weighing in on your conversation with them and judging you, frankly. So you really want to bring yourself in that 5 minutes, which is hard for me because I'm so multifaceted and there's so much that I do with my platform that it's just getting it out in 5 minutes is practically impossible. But you just have to try to make sure it's a conversation like this and you're just having fun with it and smiling and sharing your personality with them. So I think that's the most important thing they look for.
Yeah, that it's great to learn about that and to have so many judges. I feel like that really puts a different perspective on what they're looking for. It's not so channeled within 2 to 3 to 4 people. It's more broad spectrum.
Right, because that one person could make a huge impact on your score, whereas having it spread out, you're getting a better view of that person as opposed to one score affecting your overall so vastly. Like it just would make a huge difference if somebody didn't like you for some reason, or if they loved you, vice versa. It's a great way to score. I think it's great.
So let's let the audience know a little bit more about what your personal platform is.
So growing up in a food insecure home, as I mentioned, platform Fighting Hunger has just been an amazing way for me to give back to my community, way before pageantry. So as much as the crown and sash are beautiful and I love having a title, it's so much more than that for me. I feel like I make the crown doesn't make me, because I do so much with a title that I carry. I'm an overachiever at most things in my life, and there's no exception to pageantry. So I have been fighting hunger for 25 years. I'm an ambassador for the Good Shepherd Food Bank in Auburn, where I spend a lot of my spare time. And through that process, I became an ambassador for Feeding America. When I was Mrs. USA a few years ago, I really wanted to bring my service countrywide, as a USA title should dictate. If you're going to have a national title, you need to do national work. And if you're not, then why carry that title? And same thing with when I was Mrs. Worldwide, my travel went international because I felt like if you're going to carry that kind of a title, you need to represent the world in what you do. So through being Mrs. USA, I connected with Feeding America in Chicago. And I've been working on crossing all 50 states off of my list. I love to travel. I love seeing the impact that my service has made on communities that I've served. So working at food banks across the country has just been an eye-opener and extremely humbling. And it makes me realize what I have. And it's been emotional. It's been exciting. I've heard so many stories. I've shed tears with people. I've fed homeless in the streets of New York City. I've been in warehouses and gotten covered in dirt, and I've been in big bins of vegetables, sorting carrots and cabbages, and I've done it all. And it's been an amazing journey. And then my hope is to cross off the rest of my 50 states in the near future. Usually in the winter is when I do most of my travel because of my wedding businesses. Obviously, I don't do much in the summer. My husband was diagnosed with cancer this past October. So the past 6 months has been me being home with the kids and taking care of him, and just managing all the things that come with life and having a partner that has not been well. So I kind of put things on the back burner for a little while, rightfully so. But now that he's better and now going back to work in a couple weeks, cancer free, so we can get back to my work and my passion of ending world hunger, just one person at a time.
Absolutely. Thank goodness that he's turned the corner. That's the most important thing I heard in that. But I think that something that we love about you is that you do get out of your immediate surroundings. And I think that's a huge lesson for all of us. We can become so focused in our environment. And I think that is what makes you a true champion of what I picture as a pageant queen, because you actually engage and you learn about what is going on in other parts of the country and worldly. So I feel like that is what makes you so great at understanding how you can change our dynamics here and what you can bring forward. So thank you so much for kind of getting out of here too, and just bringing that back and changing our culture and how we approach things here in Maine.
Well, and then meeting people across the country, meeting other pageant queens too, has just been inspiring for me. Like I consider myself a powerhouse, but then I meet these amazing women that are opening schools for the deaf and just all of these massive tasks that they're taking on. I'm just like, I'm in awe of them, and it just makes me a better person and me a better queen, and be able to serve people more, knowing that there's people out there that I look up to as well. So I want to set an example and inspire others to do what I do and to be the change. Have a platform that fills your soul and your cup, and that's really important to you, that that tugs at your heartstrings, which is what mine does. It's very emotional for me. And sharing that and having a title does that. It allows you to share it with way more people than you could without the title. I get so many people that say, Misty, you're almost 50. Don't tell anybody. But why are you still doing pageants? And I have to say that it's not about this. It's about the work that I do and the work that I put in and the change that I'm able to see, the stories I'm able to hear, that I'm able to inspire others. I don't know what I would do if I wasn't doing that. So I don't know when this chapter will end for me. I don't know. We'll see. But I love what I do so much, as you can tell by my passion. But we'll see where this is going to go. Hopefully in August I come home with a new crown. But if not, it's okay. The journey still continues. There's still work to be done. I'm honored at the opportunity to serve and meet new people in August. And hopefully the judges think I'm the right candidate. So.
Absolutely. Well, we'll keep our Maine Pageant Place family up to date as you make that next transition and how that goes, so they won't be in the lurch of what happens next.
Thank you.